Welcome back to Chow Time Pod. It's your host, Red. I got a video today. They will kill you when girlfriends go wrong. Please like, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that chow. It's chow time.
Number 9. Jelicia Lawrence. On July the 18th of 2020, a 34-year-old man refused to argue with his estranged girlfriend, believing that he was avoiding conflict. However, confrontation was the sole purpose of 29-year-old Jelicia Lawrence when she showed up at the unnamed victim's home in Shreveport, Louisiana. Facing his complete refusal, the woman pulled out a gun, shot him, and fled the scene. Police patrol officers, who responded to reports of a shooting, found the man lying on the sidewalk, fighting for his life. He'd suffered a single gunshot wound and was taken to the hospital, where doctors performed life-saving surgery on him. Lawrence's criminal action sparked a police hunt that lasted several days, but she eventually turned herself in. She's expected to be charged with attempted murder in the 2nd degree.
Damn.
Number 8. Emma.
Be careful out there, boys. We never know what the type of women they are. And, that saying goes, hell have no fury like a woman scorned.
Jane Magson. A night out in Leicester, England, ended in disaster for 26-year-old James Knight. On March the 27th of 2016, he and his 28-year-old girlfriend, Emma Jane Magson, were in a cab, going home after a night of drinking. They began arguing so intensely that the driver asked them to get out of the vehicle. They started walking as they continued to fight, and at some point, Knight pushed Magson into a parked car, making her fall to the ground. The argument continued after they arrived at Magson's apartment. At some point during their escalating confrontation, the woman grabbed a steak knife and stabbed her boyfriend through the chest, inflicting a wound 4.5 inches deep. She then waited 45 minutes to call the emergency services. The neighbors were reportedly awoken by Knight as he was screaming that his heart was bleeding. When Magson finally called the emergency services, she lied to the dispatcher about the gravity of her boyfriend's wounds and didn't mention that she'd stabbed him.
Ambulance, tell me exactly what's happened.
I don't know. My boyfriend's here and he's making weird noises.
Right, what was he doing to make...
I don't know. He's got a lot of blood in him. James, look at me, please.
Do you want an ambulance to come and take him to the hospital?
I don't know. I don't know if there's something up with him or he's just playing me about.
She's so
Is his eyes open at all? Is he awake?
Well, to be honest, it looks like he's sleeping, but it ain't how he normally sleeps because I live with him, so it ain't how he normally sleeps, that makes sense.
Right.
It looks like he's had a fight with someone.
We'll get someone sent over to him. It's been arranged. I mean, it might take a while, so I do apologise. It's bank holiday weekend and we're getting absolutely...
No, that's fine.
Wow.
Don't worry about it.
You've been out drinking all night?
Because she didn't make it such apparent that the man's dying, they're like, yeah, we'll just send it when we can.
Yeah, but I'm a bit honest, I think he took some drugs. I just think he's too smashed. That's what I think.
Knight eventually died, and even though she claimed to have acted in self-defense, Magson was sentenced to 17 years in prison.
Deserves it.
Number 7. Cordelia Farrell. It's getting worse and worse, and one of us is going to end up dead. 38-year-old Cordelia Farrell told police officers after being arrested for the assault of her 36-year-old boyfriend, Wayne Coventry. The British couple had been involved in what their friends and family described as a toxic relationship. In September of 2019, Farrell attacked her lover, allegedly dragging him by his testicles and biting his private parts. 1 month later, Coventry and Farrell got
Moments, please. Oh, God. Woo. That made me shrivel up.
into an argument at the home of the former's brother in Bromsgrove, Worcestershire. As the fight got heated, Farrell grabbed a kitchen knife and stabbed her partner to death, piercing his chest and puncturing his aorta. The horrific scene happened in front of their friends, who later said they saw the woman grinning as she was pulling the knife out of the man's chest. At first, Farrell fled the scene, but later turned herself in to the authorities. In October of 2020, she was jailed for 10 years by the Worcester Crown Court for the manslaughter of her boyfriend.
Only 10 years? That seems not like enough.
Number 6. Emily Javier. Emily Javier waited until her boyfriend Alex Lovell was in bed before attacking him with a samurai sword after she'd become suspicious that Lovell was cheating on her. First, she found the Tinder app installed on his phone. Then she found strands of red hair in the shower drain at their home in Washington, USA. The woman reached her boiling point after Lovell came home one evening and ignored her. She went and taped a samurai sword to the side of their bed, and when they went to sleep, she hid his phone so that he couldn't call for help. When the lights went out, Javier reached for the sword and launched a frenzied attack, leaving Lovell with numerous stabs and cut wounds. As the man lay curled up in a pool of his own blood, Javier decided to call 911.
911, can I help you?
I just stabbed my boyfriend.
Okay, what is the address there? Okay, and tell me what happened. Okay, what?
I stabbed him.
Okay, is he awake?
He's dead. I think he's dead.
Okay, what is your name?
I feel for some of these dispatchers that listen to some of these things. I might not even know what to do with some of these situations. Like, well, you did what? You fucking whore. You know, like, that'd probably be me if I was one of these dispatchers.
Emily.
Okay, where did you stab him?
Everywhere.
No, where on his body? Where on his body?
Everywhere.
I knew it.
Okay. Can you get a clean, dry cloth or a towel and put it right on the wound? Okay, Emily, where is the knife right now?
It's by him. I use a sword.
You used a sword? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
This is where I asked the dispatcher. I'm like, you did what? This bitch is crazy.
Emily, they're on their way as fast as they can. Is your door unlocked already?
Lovell was taken to the hospital, where doctors had to reattach some of his fingers and managed to save his life. Javier pleaded guilty to...
I know the feeling, man. I had to reattach a lot of the tendons in my fingers, and it still don't got the full range. This is the far as I could pull my thumb up. So, fingers are necessary, people. When you lose it, you really realize, damn, you use it so much.
To attempted first-degree domestic violence murder in court and was sentenced to 19 years in prison.
Jeez.
Number 5. Thomasine Bennett. 67-year-old Thomasine Bennett was arrested in February 2017 after beating her boyfriend to death with a metal bat for 36 hours straight.
Oh, wow. 30s? How do you stay awake that whole time beating someone? Holy.
She and 63-year-old boyfriend Walter Mack Clark were at Bennett's apartment in Northeast Washington. On February the 17th, officers received complaints of disturbance from Bennett's neighbors. They went to investigate and were met by Bennett, who took them to see the unresponsive naked body of her boyfriend, barricaded in a closet in a fetal position. She complained that Clark had made her smoke a drug called Love Boat, a mixture of marijuana and embalming fluid. She then told them she'd been beating him with a baseball bat for the past day and a half. Clark was taken to Howard University Hospital, where he was pronounced dead from multiple blunt force trauma. Bennett was arrested and pled guilty to voluntary manslaughter in July of 2017. The woman was sentenced to 10 years in prison by the Superior Court of the District of Columbia.
I was going to say, why only 10 years? But she was already 60-something, so that might be the rest of her life.
Number 4. Samantha Oken. Just a couple of days before Christmas on December the 20th.
And I know some of these things are like evil and bad. And I tell the truth, there's men that done way, way worse. But we never highlight what women do. We have plenty of documentaries of, you know, serial murderers and serial killers of men, but we don't have very many of women. There's a reason. There's a narrative out there that men are the evil ones.
3rd of 2013, 41-year-old Samantha Oken and her musician boyfriend, Peter Davigan, were drinking at the latter's apartment in Stoke-on-Trent, Staffordshire, England. An argument erupted between the two, and in a drunken row, Oken began hitting her partner with her fists feet, and a metal guitar stand until he became unresponsive. Instead of immediately phoning for help, Jodi Oken called her daughter, telling her she'd gotten in a fight with Davegun and that in self-defense she'd left him unconscious. The woman's daughter urged her to call for help, but the woman said she needed to change her clothes first, as they were covered in blood. She then proceeded to smoke cannabis, and only after 40 minutes did she finally call the emergency services. Paramedics arrived at the scene to find that Davegun had suffered internal bruising and bleeding and alerted the police. At first, Jodi Oken claimed she'd merely pushed her partner while trying to defend herself during the fight. However, post-mortem tests revealed that Davegun had been hit even when he was on the ground in a curled-up position. The woman was found guilty of murder and consequently jailed for life.
Nice. Finally. Proper sentencing.
Number 3. Sarah Boon. What a 42-year-old Florida woman first described as a game of hide-and-seek gone wrong was later revealed to have been a revenge murder. Sarah Boon and her boyfriend Jorge Torres had been drinking at their home in Winter Park on the night of February the 24th of 2020. At some point, Torres thought it would be funny to get inside a suitcase. Boon then zipped him up and left him there for over 11 hours, after allegedly passing out in her bed for most of the night. The next morning, in her call to 911, the woman claimed it had been an accident.
We know this
hanging
story.
from somewhere or what, ma'am?
No, I pulled him out of the suitcase. I tried giving him CPR.
Okay, so he was in a suitcase?
Yes, and I fell asleep.
How old is
42.
the boyfriend, ma'am? 42-year-old male. All right. Is he awake at all? Is he conscious at all?
No, he's purple.
Is he breathing?
No.
All right. I need you to get him on the floor, flat on his back for me, okay?
I did. I tried giving him CPR.
All right.
I tried giving him CPR.
Shout outs to, they will kill you to get all of this 911 calls and all these dispatch calls and stuff. It's very interesting to listen to these people and how they are so calm and so maniacal in a sense that they can say all these things and not even worry about the person that's dead.
Yeah, okay.
But nothing happened. He's purple.
Are you right by him now?
Yes.
Okay. Lay him flat on his... Okay, ma'am. All right, listen to me. Listen to me. I want you to lay him flat on his back for me on the floor.
I did.
Removing the pillows, okay.
Yes, I did.
All right, okay.
He's stiff and purple.
However, investigators found that the man's eye was bruised and that he had a cut on his lip. It was later revealed that Boon had recorded her lover throughout the night as he was struggling to get out of the suitcase and slowly dying of asphyxiation, as he was begging to be freed because he couldn't breathe. Boon replied that it was how she felt when Torres would cheat on her. Sarah Boon was arrested on charges of second-degree murder.
I'm not advocating for cheating or anything, but this is a little bit much of a retaliation for cheating. Just a bit.
Today's topic was requested by Amy Ernest and Kevin King. If you have any other topics you'd like to learn about, subscribe and let us know in the comments section below. Number 2. Jodi Aras. A fatal attraction that led to a young man's bloody death is how prosecutors framed the murder of 32-year-old Travis Alexander at the hands of his girlfriend, Jodi Aras. In June of 2008, Aras stabbed Alexander 27 times, slit his throat, and shot him in the head at his home in Mesa.
Talk about overkill. 27? Slit the throat and then blasted him in the head too? This one better get fucking life, I swear to God.
Arizona. The incident occurred only months after they had broken up their relationship, which was described as unusually tumultuous by their friends. In early 2008, Alexander told some of his acquaintances that he'd ended things with Aras after around a year of relationship. However, it's believed that they'd continued to see each other in secret solely for intercourse. In April, Alexander changed his travel companion for an upcoming work trip from Aras to another female friend. Shortly after that, on May the 28th, the home of Arias' grandparents allegedly got broken into by burglars.
I wonder who.
At the time, a .25 caliber automatic Colt pistol was stolen. In early June, after not being able to reach Alexander for several days, a group of his friends decided to check on him at his home. When they entered the residence, they found large pools of blood in the hallway and discovered his lifeless body in the master bedroom with a .25 caliber round next to him. In the 911 call, Alexander's friends mentioned Arias as a possible suspect.
Oh my God.
911 emergency. Hi, okay, what's going on?
What?
What's going on?
A friend of ours is dead in his bedroom. We hadn't heard from him for a while. We think he's dead. His roommate just went in there and said there's lots of blood. I didn't go in, but I can give you the phone to someone who went in there.
Yes, please, can you?
Hello.
Hi, so what's going on?
He's dead. He's in his bedroom.
Okay.
In the shower.
Okay, how did this happen? Do you have any idea?
No, we have no idea. Everyone's been wondering about him for a few days.
She said that there was blood. So is it coming from his head? Did he cut
No,
his wrist?
it's all over the place.
Okay.
He has an ex-girlfriend that's been bothering him and following him and slashing tires and things like that. Her name is Jodi.
Well, I'm just going to keep you on the phone until officers arrive. Either officers or paramedics arrive, okay?
Okay, I think I can hear the sirens now.
The woman was arrested a month later and initially pled not guilty. She admitted to killing Alexander 2 years later, claiming it had been in self-defense. However, following several years of trials and appeals, Arias was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Yes! Yes! Justice! Give that bitch life. She deserves it. Finally.
Number
I'm
1.
happy with this one.
Unnamed Moroccan woman. After a 7-year relationship with her boyfriend, a 30-year-old Moroccan woman experienced a moment of insanity when the man told her he was going to marry another woman. In the summer of 2018, the man's brother declared him missing after visiting the couple's home in Al Ain, United Arab Emirates, to ask his girlfriend about his whereabouts. The woman said she'd kicked him out of their home and that she didn't know where he was. About 3 months later, in November, the brother claimed to have found a human tooth inside the woman's blender. DNA tests confirmed the tooth belonged to the missing man and his lover was arrested. During questioning, she denied any involvement at first, but later confessed to the murder, claiming she wanted revenge for financially providing for him during their relationship. After killing him, she cut up his body and asked a friend to help her dispose of it. She confessed to using a blender to mince her partner's flesh, cooking it with machbouz, a traditional dish, and serving it to a group of Pakistani construction workers from a nearby site. The woman was sent to a hospital to determine if she was suffering from a mental illness, as she's meant to face trial after the investigation is completed. Thanks for watching. Would you ever date someone that you know has cheated in previous relationships? Let us know in the comments section below.
Shout outs to They Will Kill You. That was some skin crawling stuff. My balls are still shriveled up too. It's dangerous out there, man. I'm not telling you, showing you this, like saying that don't deal with women at all. No, just be careful with the women you deal with. There are some crazy ones out there. Maybe not deal with them. I don't know. Please like, subscribe down below. I really appreciate it. Catch you guys next time. Ciao.